Okay, so now that the hood's up, we're gonna open up the radiator cap. You wanna make sure that it's cool to the touch. It hasn't been running for a while. Could still be under pressure, so make sure you're wearing gloves and eye protection. Open it up away from your face. We'll set the cap aside and we can continue. So we're under the vehicle. We found our petcock. Obviously, we still have our safety glasses on and hand protection. So now that that finished draining, I'm just gonna close up this petcock. Next, we're gonna remove this clamp for the upper hose to the radiator. Okay, so now we'll just pop this up and you should be able to get in here. You just slide your pocket screwdriver in and this clip, assuming it's holding together, should come apart. I'm gonna leave that right there where I can find it. We'll follow this hose down and you can see where it connects into the engine. I'm gonna use some of my pliers here. Just gotta get that hose clamp to break free from the hose. There we go, this right here. This should just help break the hose free. So keep in mind, coolant will come out of this. There we go. Nice. Let's get the clamp off of here. On that new hose. Do the same to this side. So we're going to get our hose on here. Make sure that's all the way up to the little nub. Do the same for the top here. All the way up to the nub. We're going to grab the clamp. Can feel the end of the radiator right here, and we're not at the end of the hose, we're right in the center. I'm gonna leave that right there. Give it a tug, do the same to the other side. Okay. Give it a nice tug. Let's put our little clip back on here. Slide that down on there. Make sure you lock it in. Beautiful. Okay, so it's time to fill the cooling system. One of the best ways to do that is with something like this. What this does is it creates vacuum inside the cooling system, and it's gonna help check for leaks. If you notice that your gauge goes down or it starts dropping pressure, you probably have a leak someplace. You might have a clamp loose or something like that. If it holds pressure like this is, you're doing all right. I like to let it sit for a couple minutes before I pump a little coolant in there. So we'll just give this a second and then we'll start filling. So the negative pressure, sucking the coolant from inside our bucket into the system. We want to make sure we don't run out of coolant in the bucket, of course, and suck up any air. Okay. All right, so now that we filled it using vacuum, we're just going to use this funnel, and we're going to let this be a little burping device, and it's going to help get all the air out of there. So we'll go just like that. Now you can grab your upper hose, give it a couple squeezes. You can see it working out some air, and that's going to continue happening. What we need to do now is run the vehicle and wait for it to finish burping out all the air, and of course wait for the cooling fans to turn on. So now we're just going to run the vehicle. We're going to watch our temp gauge and make sure it doesn't go spiking all the way up into the hot range. We just want it to kind of sit towards the middle there. We're going to wait for those coolant fans to turn on, and we're going to wait for no more bubbles to be coming out of the funnel. Just make sure your heat's all the way on high, temperature wise, and of course the blower motor is helpful. So once you see that you have no more air bubbles coming out of your funnel, we're just going to plug it up. Grab a little funnel out of there, bring it right over here. And if you look on the side of this container, you can see where the maximum line is. We want it to be just below that. So I'm just going to put in this coolant because why waste it? Then I'm going to grab some more and I'm going to put it right up at that line. We'll close it up. Now we're going to remove this over here. Radiator cap.